Welcome back to the Shrimp Boat. We've got another bonus episode. Here's an odd one for you. The century egg. Century eggs, also known as preserved eggs, are a traditional Chinese delicacy made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls. This process lasts from several weeks to months depending on the method, resulting in a transformation that turns the yolk dark greenish-gray and creamy, while the egg white becomes a translucent brown, jelly-like substance with a salty taste. The process is driven by an alkaline salt, which raises the egg's pH to between 9 and 12, breaking down proteins and fats and creating a variety of flavorsome compounds. A historical background. The history of the century egg is believed to date back around 600 years to the Ming Dynasty in Hunan. One legend suggests that the dish was accidentally discovered when a homeowner found duck eggs in a pool of slaked lime used for mortar. After tasting them, he began making more, adding salt to improve the flavor. Another tale involves a young farmer named Shuiga, who left eggs in an ash pit as a courting gesture to a woman named Songmei. After she discovered them weeks later, they had transformed into century eggs, named pine-patterned eggs due to the crystalline structures on the egg whites. Century eggs were also known during the Ming Dynasty as kaosi, and were preserved using a mixture of tree ash and lime to create their distinctive texture and flavor. Traditional and modern methods. The traditional method of producing century eggs involves covering the eggs with a mixture of wood ash, salt, calcium oxide, and clay. These are wrapped in rice hulls and stored for several months. The chemical reaction between the alkaline components and the egg helps preserve the eggs while creating the unique flavor and texture. Modern methods simplify this process by soaking the eggs in a solution of table salt, calcium hydroxide, and sodium carbonate for 10 days, followed by aging in an airtight container for several weeks. This method also introduces hydroxide and sodium ions into the egg, achieving similar effects. However, some producers have been found to use unsafe chemicals like lead-2 oxide to speed up production, though zinc oxide is now recommended as a safer alternative. The transformation of the century egg occurs in an alkaline solution that raises the egg's pH, denaturing the proteins in the egg, white, and yolk. The egg white turns into a jelly-like substance through the formation of a stable, elastic gel made of fine strands of protein. The yolk, in turn, becomes creamy and develops complex flavors. The high pH also helps the egg retain its shape and texture even after boiling. Century eggs are a good source of vitamin B12, particularly in the yolk. Studies have shown that they contain more vitamin B12 than traditional chicken eggs, making them a valuable source of nutrition. The alkaline preservation method does not degrade the vitamin, and it remains bioavailable, meaning the body can easily absorb it during digestion. Despite rumors that century eggs are soaked in horse urine for 100 years, this belief is unfounded. The distinctive smell is a byproduct of the alkaline preservation process. While traditional century eggs are generally safe to eat, there have been cases of contaminated eggs due to the use of industrial chemicals like copper sulfate to accelerate production. Century eggs can be eaten without any further preparation after peeling and rinsing. They are commonly served as appetizers or side dishes in various Chinese cuisines. For example, in central China, century eggs are sliced and drizzled with black vinegar. In Cantonese cuisine, they are served with pickled ginger, while in Taiwan, century eggs are often paired with chilled tofu, katsuobushi, soy sauce, and sesame oil. In northern China, the eggs are served over chilled silken tofu with shredded ginger and spring onions. One of the most popular dishes made with century eggs is congee, where they are cooked with lean pork in a savory rice porridge. Century eggs are also incorporated into various stir-fried vegetable dishes and served at celebratory meals, where they appear on appetizer platters alongside other delicacies like barbecued pork and abalone. Recipe 1. Century egg and lean pork congee. Ingredients: 1 cup rice, 6 cups water or chicken broth, 2 peeled and quartered century eggs, 200 grams lean pork, sliced thinly, 1 teaspoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon sesame oil, salt and pepper to taste, chopped green onions for garnish, and fried dough sticks, optional. Instructions: Rinse the rice under cold water and drain. In a large pot, add the rice and water or chicken broth and bring to a boil. Once boiling, reduce heat and simmer, stirring occasionally to prevent sticking. After about 30 minutes, add the century eggs and sliced pork to the pot. Continue to simmer for an additional 30 minutes until the congee reaches a thick, creamy consistency. Season with soy sauce, sesame oil, salt, and pepper. Serve hot, garnished with chopped green onions and optional fried dough sticks. Recipe 2, Century Egg Tofu Salad. Ingredients: 1 block silken tofu, 1 century egg, peeled and chopped, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon sesame oil, 1 tablespoon katsuobushi, 1 tablespoon chopped green onions, and 1 teaspoon grated ginger, optional. Instructions: place the silken tofu on a plate and slice it into cubes. Drain any excess liquid. Scatter the chopped century egg over the tofu. Drizzle soy sauce and sesame oil over the tofu and century egg. Top with katsuobushi, chopped green onions, and grated ginger if desired. Serve cold as a refreshing appetizer or side dish. Century eggs are a fascinating traditional Chinese food with deep cultural and historical roots. Their unique preservation process creates distinct flavors and textures that are beloved by many. Despite misconceptions and occasional food safety concerns, century eggs remain a nutritious and versatile ingredient in Chinese cuisine.